Hi everyone, it's Thelma and Jessie here, and we are going to talk about what intuition is and why it's so important to follow your intuition.
We have a workshop coming up on Saturday the 4th of March. It is called Step Into Your Intuition, and it is a day to discover your direction, your clarity.
During this time at the workshop, we really want to help you understand more about your intuition, how you can tap into it, and how you can use it to make decisions in life, so then it gives you that direction and clarity. So I think that with our intuition, we've been taught to numb and suppress it and push it away growing up, while socializing, while stepping into other people's belief systems and conditioning.
If we can understand that we're energy before we're matter, we have energy centers and an energy that's moving up, which is a liberating current. So that liberating current helps us to relieve us of blockages or programming and conditioning from where our intuition's been shut down through school, through what people had told us to do or not to do, or self-abandoning, people pleasing. And then from this current, after we're liberating ourselves, once we're out in the vast open spaces of unlimited opportunity and possibility, that's when we grab what we need and pull it back down into the manifesting current and ground it back into the physical. So for the workshop, the piece that I will be working with is the current of liberation.
And the piece that I will be working with is grounding it in the practical world, because we are in the physical world. And the way I look at it is through intuition is our instincts, and it can come through energy, which is a lot of the work that Jessie does, and also through our emotions. So really understanding our feelings, sensations, when we feel heavy, when we feel light. These are the things that can help us, guide us with our intuition, making decisions and direction in life.
With the emotional aspect of it, knowing what the blocks are, knowing what the patterning, the cycles are that we loop on, that are in that unconscious realm, when we pull it out and bring it into the light or into the consciousness, then we can work with it tangibly, and then it's more of an integrative and an embodiment process. And in that is where knowing the emotions, traveling through them and figuring out what our needs are.
Yes. Yeah, part of it is figuring out our needs and living by our values. So that will be another area that we're going to look at, and you'll have, throughout the workshop, you'll identify your needs and values. And these are your core specific individual needs and values.
Looking at where your actions and values are not lining up, because that creates the block to the intuition, to the flow of energy. If you feel lost, stuck, confused, blocked, like you just don't know what to do next, you don't really know what your values are, it is a massive indication that if you've got health issues, if the body's talking to you through anxiety or anything, like any symptoms or sensations, then there's a good chance that the values and your actions, or your words and your actions, are not lining up. So it creates this lack of integrity. And so because we're energy, everything's whether it's in resonance, so you notice synchronicities everywhere, you notice that everything's just flowing and it's nice and easy. Usually they're the things when you feel really good, you're really light, your energy's light. People comment on that you're glowing, that you look really healthy and happy. So
yeah,
when we're not, and we can't see those things that are blocking us, it's really hard to take the next step, because we move into this space of we've not done that before, it's unknown to us. And so because it's unknown, we have a lot of fear come in.
Yeah, and so the fear that comes in is dysregulation in the body. And part of the workshop is to give you tools around helping you regulate through change. And the reason why we need these tools is, as Jessie was saying, we haven't made these changes before. So it feels unsafe, it feels uncertain. And a lot of our past trauma or wounding can also come up. So this is where, if you haven't had an encouraging, nurturing upbringing, and maybe your parents or caregivers didn't encourage your strengths, didn't value your strengths, and there was just not enough nurturing in that space. When we want to change things in our lives, and when we want to maybe leave partners, leave careers, start a business, whatever it is that we want to do, it can be really, really scary because we haven't sort of done something like this before. It's all foreign to us. So having the tools to regulate yourself through that and understanding the fear response that you might be going through is really important.
Yeah, and understanding the parts belong, and we don't need to push them away. More so, we welcome them in and explore them, so we're able to understand why parts of us are trying to travel forward, and we feel the fear and want to do it anyway, but why those other things are coming in and blocking it. It's normally ourselves in our own way so much of the time.
And this is where the needs come in to help us feel safer, because there's a resistance piece where there's something that we want and then there's the fear in it. So if we can meet that in the middle, that's where we meet it with needs, and that's where we identify your needs so you can move forward more regulated.
We're extending an invitation to this workshop for people who are really willing to go to the next level of healing, stepping into their power. So there's a huge empowerment piece.
You will have the clarity and direction, and then it's up to you to step into that and embody that.
We're inviting people to the workshop that want to experience more ease, clarity, more perspective on their own behaviors, so they can step into their intuition on a deeper level, a deeper sense of integrity and alignment within themselves.
Grounding it back into the physical world is looking at your fear and your limiting beliefs around what it is that you want and desire, or maybe intuitively want, and you might be pushing it away. So part of what Jessie was saying is, yes, we do have the answers within, and we also have social conditioning and socialization where we have suppressed the answers and pushed them away and numbed ourselves with coping mechanisms and addictive tendencies. So in order to tap into our intuition,
we work in such different ways. We're both very somatic, so we both work in the body. We find what's there in different ways, and the body's always speaking to us. It's always got messages for us.
Yeah, and that's something we'll be demonstrating at the workshop. Both of us, we will be working using our different modalities and our different ways, and you will have the opportunity to work through some blocks, some somatic. We'll work on the body, so we'll do some somatic work.
Come at things just from the mind. We can know it really well. We can know all parts of it. We can understand it, read about it, but the body has a non-verbal language. It's a completely different style of communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also a lot of our blocks are in the body, so we can understand something in the mind, we can understand it logically, and we can justify things, but it's actually the thing that's in charge of us and that makes us do certain things is the body, how we feel. So if you think about, if you feel uncomfortable, sometimes you might reach out for something. So for us to really get to know what's happening in the body and how to meet those needs in healthy ways helps us live a healthier life, give us clarity and more direction in life as well.
Yeah, it's tools to help you turn in or reach in rather than, oh god damn it, bloody low battery. Yeah, so learning the tools needed to reach in rather than reaching out, because when we're too busy focused on our external world, we're in control, we're in fear normally, or we're suppressed that's when we're out of alignment. But if we can turn things in and go more internally, then we can really give ourselves what we need and align and attune to what we value.
And making decisions based on fear will feel heavy, and you'll have a lot more challenges in life than making decisions based on abundance and growth.
After this workshop, our intention is to help you really know yourself from the inside out, to understand what your needs are, to better your relationships,
to give you tools that you can use forever, for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Embodiment tools to be able to make the right choices, because it's not just doing one workshop and making one right choice. It's many choices, many times. It takes practice, and that's what integrating and the embodiment process is all about.
Yeah.
Because what intuition pulls out our unique gifts, which are always in alignment to our struggles. And once we go to those hard places, find where our struggles are, what gets birthed is our gift, which then gives us our purpose, our direction, and our clarity.
Yeah, so to be able to go into those challenges and find the meaning and the learning from it is really important to help us direct what gives us deep purpose. Absolutely.
Intentionally coming to a workshop to do this, where it's safe, it's grounded, there's you being looked after as you travel through it. Like, it helps you to remember, like, other people are going through the same thing, and we're not alone in that. We all have our stories, we all have where we've come from, and it's all very different.
Yeah, we take a very trauma-informed approach with our backgrounds, and I work in a mental health retreat, so it's quite a safe space that we're going to create for everyone, and for everyone to be able to share as well within their window of tolerance, which means where you won't get, if you do get overwhelmed, we know how to work with that, but also we will work towards helping you be grounded as you share what you need to share and want to share in this space, because as you said, everything's welcome.
This is where I get in my mind. Let's do a breath here.
We'll make one.
Yeah. All right.
Fucking hell. Now it's all about... No, lost it. I reckon maybe I ask you first and we'll start again, and I'll ask you first. Because you're like...
And if I stop, you go.
Okay.
We can cut in on each other.
That is perfect. That we could do... Yeah.